Nearly 1/3 of American children and adolescents are either overweight or obese. One weight loss company is rolling out a new program specifically for teens aged 13 to 17. Question is, could this strategy cause more harm than good? Have a look. The controversy of weight loss and body image is once again a focus of attention. Industry giant Weight Watchers is branching out into the teen market by offering free memberships to young adults ages 13 to 17. The company's mission is to help the development of healthy habits at a critical life stage. But not everyone is sold on the weight loss conglomerate's ambitions. The National Eating Disorders Association is incredibly alarmed. They argue that half of teenage girls and 1/3 of teenage boys use dangerous methods to meet unrealistic body ideals. And many advocates fear teenagers counting calories and dieting at such a young age can become extremely risky to their psyche. So will Weight Watchers help bring down the rising growth of childhood obesity, or will having teens so obsessed with what they eat become a recipe for disaster? So the company announced the launch of this new program this summer. It includes free membership for teens aged 13 to 17. They claim the program aims to promote the development of healthy habits at a critical life stage. No one can argue that it is a critical life stage. The question is this helpful or harmful?
I think this is a challenging era in kids' lives. And when you start talking about weigh-ins and diets, I can understand why so many eating disorder associations and people just really find this to be completely wrong. Because study after study is actually showing that if you start making comments about weight at that critical juncture in people's development, it's going to have such a negative impact, it's going to backfire. And people, when they set up these negative associations with diets and food, it plays out in their life. I mean, I watched my sister-in-law start out with an eating disorder in her teens, and she eventually died of it at 41. So to me, this is an incredibly personal issue. I completely sympathize with the hashtag of Wake Up Weight Watchers, because I don't think this is the right way to go about it.
You're absolutely right. And we know that that dissatisfaction, this overwhelming weight stigma, ends up leading to people prioritizing weight loss over sometimes better health. And this is part of the problem with dieting, because we know from research that dieting leads to disordered eating, and in fact, it actually increases obesity because people start to binge eat and then they gain weight. And also, when you think about the teenage mind, they can't really see past today. They have a hard time with sort of long-term planning, so they can't see, well, maybe the best way is to kind of go at this slowly, develop eating habits in a nicer way. No, they end up actually torturing their own bodies to meet those weight demands.
And no matter how you present it, they're going to interpret it. You're calling me fat.
I mean, that statistic that was quoted in the tape piece about 1/2 of girls and 1/3 of teenage boys, when they're talking about dangerous weight loss tools they're using laxatives, they're smoking, they're restricting food. I mean, these are dangerous habits. Yeah,
it's very dangerous. And so let me just take the opposing perspective just to add a different commentary, which would be, I don't like judging anything until it's actually implemented. I think implementation is always more important than anything else.